Let's stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for coming. All right. We're just hanging out to our...
Well, so Tyler, the way it was posted online and for the public was just zone two trustee interviews. They did not see what times, so you would not be breaking open meeting law. This person is here, you can start the interviews.
Oh, great.
So is Janae?
Janae
here?
Napslinger.
Is
she here?
Janae yet? Okay, well, we're gonna, wait.
Okay, because we got that in order, okay.
Then I told her 5:45, so,
Oh,
because I
okay.
just wanted to make sure you guys got situated. Anybody need a drink of water?
And I'm open to discussion if anybody has anything to say, or we can just wait. Sounds good.
I wish I do.
The snow on the mountain is great out there. That's my comment for today.
Did you go up?
Yeah, it was snowmobiling in McCall. It was really good.
Everything got like 2 feet.
Yeah. Yeah, we were swimming
I
in it.
wonder how much we got on top here. It's gotta be quite a bit.
Yeah, probably close to that. It's pretty impressive.
Posted after though, so it couldn't have been too good. I don't know.
Well, they were down so far, they gotta have so much to get a base.
Right, that's true.
And then about the end of February,
No, wait, we have, but they weren't
everybody
gonna open no
always
matter what, it's like,
Oh,
well,
puts
two
it
weeks
away
ago.
anyway, you know?
Yeah.
That's true.
They almost always close end of February, first part of March anyway, so
Yeah,
kind of a bummer of a thing for them.
true.
I would.
Yeah, make up the difference.
40, is that what you said? No, yeah, skiing is
Usually
dangerous.
don't have any profit anyway.
That T-bar is dangerous.
Yeah, that T-bar.
Many people have no teeth because of
My
that
son is not a
T-bar.
fan of that.
Right.
It's comical to watch an adult try to keep it low enough for a child. Well, I remember picking my kids up and it's down, it's clear down on your thighs and you're just like, hello?
Hi, Janae. This is Tyler Harrington from the school board. Yeah, so thank you for doing this. We're just going to get right into the interview. Are you okay at this point in time to do that?
It doesn't take too long. I'm actually at work right now, so it's gonna, I fully forgot about it, to be honest. I wouldn't.
We'll be quick about it if that's all right.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
when you're out of time, just hang up. That would be fine. What has inspired you to become a school board member?
Well, I help out with the school. I used to help with my son's school all the time, and at the elementary school, now he's up at the high school, so I figured I'd just, keep going until he's out of high school.
All right.
I try to help out if I can. If I'm not, then I'm here at work, or he tells me stuff that goes on at the high school now, so I
Okay.
figured might as well just keep going,
Okay.
so.
That sounds great. Moving on to the next one. Do you have sufficient time and energy to devote to this position? Sounds like you work a lot.
Well, it depends on what the days are and stuff.
Okay.
I mean, if it's like today, it did work out, but, depends on what the days are, or I can get off early or so.
Okay. Do you have any specific changes you want to make to the school district, policies, programs, or curriculum? If so, what changes do you want to make and why? That's a lot. Is there any changes you want to make?
As of right now, no, but I actually did write a list of what it probably could happen. But
Okay.
I'm not at home right now, so.
Okay. What is your vision for education in this community?
I want all the kids to get the best education they can.
Great, great.
I mean, there could be a lot more education that could be taught in high schools, but a lot of it is taken away.
Okay.
But, I mean, we're here for the kids. We're not here for the parents. We're not here we're not here for you or I. We're here for them.
And
That's how I feel.
okay, that's great. Last question. How would you approach situations where you may not personally agree with a board decision? Did I say that clear enough?
Yeah, I'm thinking for a minute.
Okay,
Trying to,
that's
put
great.
it into words. I mean, I guess, if I didn't agree with it, it doesn't mean everybody else has to agree with it.
Okay.
I mean, if you have an opinion against something and I have it, I mean, it's their decision. I
Okay.
mean,
Great.
I would love to have an opinion against it, but
Yeah.
depends on what it would be.
Okay. And that's it. Do you have any final comments?
Actually, not at this time, actually, to be honest.
Okay. Well, thank you. Oh,
All right.
just a sec. Wait. We have one more question.
If you have a minute, I was just wondering,
I got a second.
could you give us a little bit of your background and what you've done and what kind of skills you think you would bring to the school board?
I just want to be for the kids. I mean, I'll be the advocate for the kids. I mean, like I said, I got a call like going off. Kind of hard to come from the spot for a second. Like, as long as I say, for the advocate for the kids, as long as, we're putting ourselves for the kids, we're against. I don't know. I actually have to go, to be honest, for a second,
Okay.
if that's okay.
But
I'm
that's
sorry.
great. Thank you for your time. Thank you. We appreciate it.
All right.
Yes, thanks.
All right.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye. Put her on the spot there. All right. Well, we're out with that. I guess we don't really need to make any comments till we go through all of
You
them.
don't have to until the very end.
Fred Stevens.
Are the others coming in person or do we know?
They're
Yeah,
coming
we
first.
have them both here.
All right.
I guess you're in the hot seat now.
Looks like a hot seat, for sure.
Thank you for doing this. Thank you.
Thank you for coming early.
You're welcome.
Definitely feels like a hot seat, not gonna lie.
Oh, that'll be fine.
So pretty much we need to ask the exact same questions to every candidate, so we will just repeat the same things. What has inspired you to become a school board member?
Well, I've paid pretty close attention over the last several years as there's been a lot of turmoil going clear back to, I think I was paying attention when Bailey was still involved, and then there was a lot of financial concerns surrounding the previous controller. As that whole thing unfolded, you guys may or may not remember all that, but I've paid attention, and I just want to see education in general be successful for the kids, and I want to see it measured out in a way that benefits them long term for career paths, for usable skills. I'll stop there.
That's great. Do you have sufficient time and energy to devote to this position?
Yeah, as I understand the responsibilities thus far, I do. I know that when you get to questions related to policy and so on, I'm going to have to do some reading before I can respond very effectively to that.
Okay. Any comments? You're all right. Do you have any specific changes you want to make to the school district? Policies, programs, or curriculum?
Yeah, so that was my preemptive response, is
Sounds
that
great.
I want to read more I was involved with a little bit of policy review, I think maybe 2 years ago. But there's a lot. I've been looking around on the website, and there's a lot to digest. So I would be hesitant to offer any statements about policy I want to change. I really don't feel like I'm informed enough to respond to that.
I've been here for a while, and I'm still feel fresh, so. What is your vision for education in this community?
So this has kind of been a lifelong observation. I feel like there's something about the education system where graduation is kind of like this finish line, and so many kids finish school without a love of learning. I'm not specifically speaking to Grangeville schools. I'm speaking to a general observation. And I would just like to see kids learn to appreciate education for its own sake rather than, here's this list of things we got to get done. We got to check these boxes and those boxes, and then we can graduate, and then we can leave all this stuff behind. And I think learning should be lifelong. And I would like to see changes and inspiration that would move the kids towards that kind of a perspective.
And how would you approach situations where you may not personally agree with a board decision?
I would use calm and respectful speech to debate topics. I would probably, depending on the particular issue, I might vigorously but respectfully debate. But then, the purpose of the board is to unite and move the overall agenda for education in Grangeville forward.
Right. The only other question. Can you give us a little idea of can you give us a little bit of an idea about your background, your life experience, and what kind of skill sets you think you bring to the board that would be helpful?
Okay. So I did submit what I would call like just a general professional resume. I don't know if you saw that.
No, I have it right here. They have not seen it.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Well, that wasn't really tailored for this. It was just a resume that I put together a few years ago related to some pursuit of other work in my field. Anyway, so I've been self-employed really since 1995 in the same fundamental industry since 1988. That's construction. So I've run my own business for basically 30 years in both the state of Washington and in Idaho. I've been involved in direct sales, so communicating and production, including material acquisition, scheduling jobs, managing teams, that kind of thing. I've raised 5 really amazing kids, and we did homeschool our kids for quite a few years. We didn't exclusively homeschool. Michael and Warren were both dual enrolled here at Grangeville High School after we relocated to Idaho. So I was engaged in that way. We also had some of our kids in private school, and so I was engaged in those situations. And then when we were still in Washington, my oldest daughter, who also lives here, was in the public school system over there. So I did a lot of engaging, direct engaging on curriculum and policy, both. So to respond to your question, I haven't specifically studied educational administration, or I don't have any college degrees that would, be a piece of paper I could show you and you'd be like, oh yeah, this is perfect for this. I just have a lot of life experience, and I do care passionately about the future, and our kids are the future. And so I would bring my best, and I would study and come prepared to meetings and do what I could to positively influence.
So if you've been self-employed for 30 years, you got an education.
Some people would say that.
I would say so. Yep.
And so it would be safe to say that if the board had physical facility issues or physical issues with some of the buildings, that those are the kind of things you could weigh in on.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Any other comments?
No, thank you for the opportunity.
Thanks.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Andrew Otteson, grand finale. There you go.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi there.
Glad Fred warmed this up.
We'll just go right into it. What has inspired you to become a school board member?
Well, candidly, I see that the school district has not passed a levy recently. I thought there's a funding question there. What's the future of this new deconsolidated district really look like without that funding piece? And so I thought, I can do better than an empty chair, which is what I saw that Saturday when we had Debbie Critchfield and everybody there to talk through what does the deconsolidation mean, or what does it even look like. And I thought I can put in and give it my best.
Do you have sufficient time and energy to devote to this position?
Yeah, I think I do. I'd been in the Lions Club a long time, secretary there for a long time, which was giving up Thursday nights twice a month for a long time. Yeah. And I'm prepared to do that if it means we can get the best outcome for our district here.
Do you have any specific changes you want to make in the school district policies, programs, or curriculum?
I'm a little bit in the same spot as Fred, I suppose, as far as I feel like there's a pretty steep learning curve for a board member to really be able to speak to that. I'm willing to do my homework, but it's hard to see enough of the moving parts from, one Saturday morning presentation.
I like both of you guys come in with an open mind. I like that. What is your vision for education in this community?
I had the advantage, I guess, of being able to hear that question asked a couple of times, and so being able to think on my feet a little bit about it. But I'll go back to a thought I think I've expressed to Lori back when I was working at the Free Press, which is, maybe a math class isn't for every kid, but if your high-end math class unlocks an opportunity for a kid or for a lot of kids, that should be available to them. The classroom should open up the opportunities for the kids who are able to pursue those opportunities. Instead of being a ceiling, an educational opportunity to me is an opening. It's like, hey, here's a teacher who opened the door for me, like in my mind or in habits, in life practice. And I can think of a lot of teachers. I grew up in the Denver area, so not names that any of you would know, but that I think really gave me what Fred talked about in terms of like a lifetime or a lifelong love of learning. Should that be an end in its own self? Is like education really just for education's sake? No, I think in that math example, if you can go put the right information in these kids' hands at the right moment, in the right way, you can open up untold opportunities for all of them. And so if you ask about what's my vision for education, opportunity unlimited in Grangeville. I don't mean to sound like a cereal box when I say that, but that's what I believe in.
Yeah. And how would you approach situations where you may not personally agree with a board decision?
Well, we'd come here, we'd talk about it, we'd decide, and then we'd say, this is the best decision that we made together. It's the only decision we've got, and we'd better champion it. I mean, we had better get on the same page in this room. If we can be on the same page together in this room, I think we can accomplish a lot. But if we can't agree enough or well enough to have a decision stand and be something that we can all be behind outside, that's a really hard way to get anything done. So I might not agree with everything that we'd talk about or that we'd come up with, but knowing that it's a decision that we'd share, I'd say this is something that that we need to do together. Not we, including myself, we as a community, I think, need to be able to decide what this district looks like well. And for that chair to be empty that Saturday with the state folks in there, I thought, man, that really hurts, because like that's my neighbors who don't really have somebody at the table with folks who are helping decide what this district is going to be. And I thought, I can do better than an empty chair, so I'm here and give you all my time.
Just the same question, you've heard it twice already, but
Yeah.
can you give us a little bit of an idea of your background and what you've done in your life experiences, and what kind of skill sets would you think you could bring to this board?
Well, starting in 2011, I worked over at the Idaho County Free Press. Before that, I had been working at a weekly newspaper in Hillsboro, Kansas. Similar thing, covering multiple little high schools, their sports events, and the little college where I graduated. That would be Tabor College. Chemistry and Bible degrees from there, and got connected to that through church life growing up. Grew up in the Denver area, graduated from Englewood High School. Pretty proud of that. One of the things that you'd see if you went into Englewood High School is a big old banner of Betcher Scholar winners. That Betcher Scholarship is a kind of a big deal statewide in Colorado, and we had a lot of them in a row there. But Englewood High School finished out, I think it was 2 classes after me, the last one of those spots on this big banner, got the next one, and then has a big kind of empty blue banner for how things have gone, I'd say, wrong for Englewood High. That's just one of the hard things. We had, I think, reasons for that, including a high population of English as a second language students and special education. And these are important things. I'm not trying to diminish that, but also if you're trying to attain at the highest level and you have a district that is not funded adequately to meet like that level that you're trying to unlock for your students, that's a really hard thing. And I think that's what Englewood High ran into. And I talked a little bit about newspaper, started at 2011 here, which was a really lucky year. That was the year that Bulldogs won their first football championship. So if you're starting as a small town newspaper sports guy and you get to put your byline on stories like that, that's a great way to make some introductions around the community. Tyler got me involved with the Grangeville Lions Club a couple years after that, and then mentioned secretary there for a while.
For quite a while.
For quite a while, yeah. Ken Carey is doing that now, and I'm glad for that because it means I have more free time that I can devote to things that I really care about. Lions Club work included, but also it's like if you want to use your evenings the best way you can use them, maybe this is a really important thing to do. Not that I had any idea that, I'd be putting my head in for this when I got out of that in spring last year, but thought, got to do something. So.
Any further comments?
I think I've used a lot of oxygen here.
That's great.
Been good.
And honestly, thank you guys. Like,
Yeah.
all I had to do was submit my name onto a ballot. This was much tougher. So thank you for doing this.
Well, thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
And thanks for your time already doing all of the board things.
This is the hard part.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean, can we
And
move
we
into
need-
executive
Nope.
session?
No executive, we just have to talk amongst
100%
ourselves.
has to be an open session.
Okay.
Sorry.
So obviously between the two in the room. Honestly,
No,
I
no, no,
appreciate them
no,
both,
no,
actually.
stop talking.
Andrew, like I even said, I'm like, you should be on this too because he is thoughtful. He thinks a lot before he speaks, like calm demeanor, his background with the press, like handling public. I think he would be great. And Fred, I love Fred, and I think his business background is great. I don't know if we're gonna have,
Janae?
well, no, problems with Michael being his son. He'll have to dismiss himself from certain
Okay,
things
so what
every
would
once in a while.
happen there is he would just, if he got appointed, he would just abstain from any vote that would
Yeah.
involve Michael.
Any thoughts?
I mean,
That's a
listen,
tough
Maybe
decision.
both.
I guess
I know.
my feeling is, I kind of feel for the young lady Jenny who didn't come, but
Yeah,
by the same token, I think, I mean, when you're doing something like this, those kind of actions, you have to consider them. So I wouldn't be I wasn't real impressed, and I think she kind of, by not coming, kind of
Yeah.
disadvantaged herself.
Yeah.
So
That's
that's
fine.
my feeling there. I think with both Fred and Andrew, I do like Fred's, anytime you're in business for 25 years, you get an education, one way or the other. Now, a lot of it's good, some of it may not be, but you learn no matter
Oh,
what
for
the
sure.
situation is.
for sure.
And I really like that part of it, and I like the fact that he could come, and if we get into a situation where we're reviewing bids on a new roof, or a new sidewalk, or a new parking lot, or anything like that, that we would have some expertise there. And Andrew, I mean, he's obviously got a passion for education. And I think that's also commendable and a very good thing. That's something that we need, for sure, because that's what it's all about, right?
That's why we're here. Yeah, for the
So
kids.
shall we flip?
It's almost that, I mean, honestly. Boy, guys.
So, Tyler, remember, you cannot make a vote unless you,
Make a motion?
you cannot make a motion unless you, hand over your gavel. So,
Oh, I have to make a
you
motion.
cannot make a motion.
No, but I mean, I could, oh, well, they would have to make a motion.
Or you could if you handed your gavel over, but,
That's right, that's right.
I'm sorry, I didn't.
Do
know
you
that
guys have do you have a motion? I'm really putting you on the spot.
Yeah.
And then we can discuss, or I guess we can still discuss, right?
I guess if you ask me if I had to vote for one, I think that Fred or, I'm sorry, Andrew, either one would probably do a very good job. I guess if I had to vote, just, because you gotta pick one, right? We can't have two.
No, you have to make a motion.
I
You
know.
can't just
We can,
pick.
but we can make a motion, but
But
we're still in discussion phase.
I can make a motion if you want. I mean, my motion would be that I would vote and recommend Fred.
Okay, so hang on, let me get up to date. For, that will expire in December 2027 for zone 2?
Yes, that's correct.
So can we talk or?
Yeah, now we should,
Now
yeah.
we have- now you get
We need a
discussion.
second first and then we can
Yeah.
discuss. Would you like to second it first?
No.
Okay. I lean towards Andrew too.
Yeah.
Okay, so whoa.
But you have to,
whoa.
so it dies,
So you
That's
have a
fine.
motion on the table,
Right.
do you have a second?
no second.
No.
It dies then from a lack of
Yeah.
a second, there's no reason to
Do we have
carry
a,
on.
do we have a second?
But you need
No.
to.
Or I mean, so do we have an
Hold on,
alternate
hang
motion?
on. You guys gotta let me catch up my stuff here first. And then it died from a lack of a second, okay.
I make a motion that we, appoint Andrew, is that how I say it?
Yeah, for, you
For
wanna make a
zone two,
motion to
the
appoint,
zone 2 vacancy.
I lean towards that because of a clear bias, because I've worked with him in Lions Club for a long time, and I like his demeanor. But here's the deal. I want unanimous, so if you want a unanimous,
You
Hey,
cannot do that, I'm sorry.
what? You
need
can't
to-
do that?
you
That's
have
part
a-
of,
You cannot do that. You cannot say that.
Why not? I can't say that.
Mm-mm.
If I could, I could say that I would be willing to vote for Fred
No.
if we can't get a
Then you
unanimous.
should have seconded the motion before. You cannot do that.
Okay, well
So
anyway,
you have a motion
I said
on
it
the
anyway,
table.
so you guys know.
You have a motion on the table for Andrew.
Do we have a second for that?
And Tyler, you can second these. You just cannot make the motion.
I will second that. Now discussion.
I mean, I was impressed with Andrew's, willingness to step up for the community and give his time to this, great need, or in a time of great need. I think he seems like he's calm, he has an open mind, and he's in it for the kids, but no ulterior motive. Not saying that Fred is at all, I'm just saying, that's the feeling I got when we talked to Andrew.
So, do we have a vote? All in favor of appointing Andrew as trustee for Zone 2? Aye. That's what I wanted.
Okay,
Thank you. And thank you, Fred, too.
so,
Thank you.
that being said, tomorrow night, I will need you in Clearwater Valley
At the library
At
at
the
5
library.
o'clock.
at 5 o'clock. I will swear you in with an oath of office, and then at 5:05, we go straight into executive session.
It sounds good to me.
So I'm gonna be honest with you guys, really, if you wanna watch him get an oath of office, it's gonna take 2 seconds, and then you're gonna sit for an hour in the hallway. So, until 6 o'clock.
That was at 5:30.
We're starting much executive.
If I could be there.
Okay, I need a motion to end, please, if you're done.
Make a motion that we conclude this meeting.
Favor? Aye?
Second.
Second.
We're good. Thanks, everybody.